Hello, my friends. It's Jory with the Blissful Knowing, numerologist, intuitive counselor, and happiness coach here with a May energy report. I am so excited about this. The energies are very exciting. They're excitable energies, and I can't wait to tell you about them, but especially, hey Lisa, especially after what has been sort of a heavy, stressful energy from April, from what I'm hearing from my clients and what I've experienced personally. I think we were all ready for a shift. April's energies definitely serve their purpose. Every energy serves its purpose in numerology, but I think we were really all feeling excited to feel something fresh. And that's exactly what the energies are for May. They're like a breath of fresh air. They're actually like more than a breeze. They're like a whirlwind, and it is a whirlwind for me all the time because these are some of my very strong personal energies. I don't have a lot of time to talk, so I'm a little bit stressed just knowing that my son's going to be home from high school soon, and these energies are not grounded. So whereas in my live stream from April, you may have noticed I was very focused and very efficient, and these energies in May are frazzled and fast-paced and ungrounded. So I feel a little all over the place, rushing. That's another aspect of the energy we moved into, which is that rushed, impatient feeling. So I'm going to hope that you guys can stay with me. We're going to talk about May's energies. We're going to flash back a little bit into April's energies to kind of cover what that was about. And then we are going to do our guidance from my Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards, what we have, what we want, what we need, and what we get. And then we will do our blessing to remember from my Zen Blossoms Flowering Intuition cards. Ooh, empowerment. And our challenge to embrace from my Love is Everywhere Hearts and Nature cards. All of these decks are available on theblissfulknowing.com. My website, they've been personally created by me, along with lots of other goodies on the website, theblissfulknowing.com. Some new jewelry too, which I'm really excited about. Shane, you made it. This is awesome. Yay, pom-poms for everybody who's here. Okay, let me quickly pull these cards. We don't have a lot of time, as I said. I wish we had more because there's just so much to talk about, especially since I'm only coming on once a month lately, but I will do my best. Let me just clear the cards real quick while you guys are coming on. Let's see. Okay, what we have, what we want, what we need, and what we get. Okay. Blessing to remember and challenge to embrace. All right, so we have our cards. So now I can focus on talking about April's energies and May's energies and what to expect. We've already made the shift into May's energies yesterday, Thursday, April 28th, and hopefully you all did feel that difference in energy. I certainly did, and today I am really, really, really feeling it. So April's numerology was 4, because April is the 4th month of the year, and 1. Why do we have 1? Because we're in a 6 year, 2022, adds up to 6. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. And so when you take the 6 of 2022 and the 4 of April, you get 10. So it was a 1 month in April, along with the 4 energy being the 4th month. Hi, Gal. Yay. Love when you're here live. I love it. Love it. So in April, we had the 1 energy, which brought new beginnings and a focus on the self. We had the 4 energy. Hi, Sandra. Yay. The 4 energy, which was the to-do list energy of getting things done, making a plan, and taking care of business. What I felt in the beginning was a lot of excitement for fresh starts and for being grounded and focused and being able to get a lot accomplished. But by the end of it, those last few weeks, especially that last week, it was like, okay, that's enough work. That's enough. We had competing energies because the 4 is saying you have got to get things done. Here's your list. You've got to get these things done. But the 1 energy was like, don't forget to take time for yourself. You have to take care of yourself. This was a very good month for health because 4 does deal with foundations for the future. So having a foundation in health, the 1 is focusing on self-care. And 4 also wants to build foundations for safety and security. So budgets, insurance, buying property, engagement, whatever it is, something like it's locking things in. But anyway, the 4 says you have to get this stuff done. And the 1 says, but I need to take care of myself. And the 4 is like, you have so much you need to do. And the 1's like, I just really need to carve out time for myself. And so there was that feeling of being drained because you wanted to take time for yourself, but you had so much on that list to do. Another thing that might have come up for you is setting boundaries, because 1 again is saying what's important to me, and 4 is saying I need to make things safe and secure for myself. 4 is about 4 walls, 4 corners, creating that box. So that's the boundaries, creating a box, creating a structure. 4 is the building energy. 4 is the foundation. So let's talk about switching from 4 to 5 and from 1 to 2. We're actually going into 11, but we'll get into that in a minute. So shifting out of April into May. So 4 is saying we have all this stuff to do. And so hopefully you got it done. You checked everything off your list, because when 5 comes along, 5 says, I don't want to work. I just want to enjoy life. I just want to be free. 4 is saying we have to stay in the box. We have to stay focused, nose to the grindstone. 5 is saying I need to take time off. I need to travel. I need to go out and have fun. I need to eat. I need to celebrate. I want to live in the now. I've gotten all my work done. It's time for me to punch that clock out. I'm done. I'm done with my list, and I'm free from responsibilities. 5 is about freedom. It's about change. It's about expansion. The sign of a 5 is the 5-pointed star, so it shoots out in all directions. Expansion, whereas 4 wants to be in the box. 4 creates that safety and security in the box. 5 says, I'm so outside the box. I'm the nonconformist. I'm going to break out, and I'm going to do something totally different. I need freedom, and I need change, and I'm ready. I'm ready for something completely different. And I'm ready to say, 4 saying, all work, no play. 5 saying, screw that shit. I'm going to party. So it's a lighter, freer energy. It's more expansive. And when we shifted energies, I felt like I could breathe. I felt like I could just expand again, expand my diaphragm. Whereas 4 is that constricting, let's play it safe energy. Let's stay in the box. So that's the switch from 4 to 5. Now we also switch from 1 to 2, whereas 1 is focusing on the self, and it could be a lot of ego. We may have had a lot of ego and self-righteousness last month. 1 is saying, I'm going to only focus on me. Well, now we shifted into 2. 2 is saying, I want to connect with others. I want to focus on others. I want to resolve conflicts that maybe my ego created last month. Soften things up. 2 is the peacemaker. It's the helper. I want to help others. I want to connect with others. I want to be loving and affectionate towards others. I want to hang out with my friends. I want to partner up with people. 5 is entrepreneurship. 2 is partnering up. So you may be partnering up with people in an entrepreneurial venture. So it's not just a 2 energy though. So this is where it gets a little complicated, and I wish I had more time. So remember, we have a 2022, the 6 year. And let me remind you all, 6 years focus on home and family all year, responsibilities, nurturing others, healing others, redecorating, relocating. That is the energy all year. Service to others, community. And last month, I know I'm jumping all over the place, so forgive me. You may have to watch this a couple times and take notes. Last month being the 4 energy of taking care of things and getting things in order, you may have been focusing on getting things secure and in order involving your home or your family. I know I was doing a lot of things with my garden to secure things, bunnies, rabbits, devouring. So I had to create some security measures around the house. Anyway, let me go back. So 6 year, and we're going to add that to the 5 of May. That gives us 11. 11 is a master number in numerology, even though it reduces to 2, and that's the peacemaker helper that I was just talking about. 11 is the visionary. It's illumination. It's inspiration. It's the spiritual messenger. It's highly, highly intuitive. It's a high, high frequency that connects you to the non-physical realm. So it's very much up here. So when I said we're not grounded anymore, last month 4 energy grounded us, literally digging in the dirt. 4 loves that foundation in the dirt. Now we're all the way up here. We are buzzing way up here. So we really need to focus on grounding ourselves and being as focused as we can. If you have a house vibration chart, you're going to want to shift to something more grounded. If you have things like the meditation ones, you're going to want to pull out that black tourmaline and ground yourself, or the grounding mats that I have on my site. Can you hear how fast I'm talking? It's the buzz energy, and it's the fact that we are rushing, which is very 5. It's just very fast paced. Anyway, so 11 is here to inspire us. And because it's such a fast moving frequency, a high frequency, it can help us to manifest very, very quickly. Along with the 5, which is already speedy, 5 is going to bring things out of the blue. 5 is going to bring changes and zigzags, and you think it's going one way, then it's going the other. It's that restless roulette wheel spinning, and you don't know where the ball is going to land. Your plans may change last minute, but it also can bring unexpected surprises. And when you take the 11 inspiration, it wants to inspire you. It's got that super high antenna. You've got this out of the blue inspiration, and you're going to act on it. So a lot of changes can happen very quickly, which is very exciting. But I know it can be unsettling for those of you who like to have the A to B to C plan. 5 doesn't go in a straight line. It's very unpredictable, and so the lesson of the 5 is to go with the flow and to enjoy the ride. It's a roller coaster energy. And with that buzz 11 that is so high, again, you may feel like you're floating, and you may be like, I don't know what's going on. There's chaos. I'm feeling frazzled. So learn to meditate, settle your energy, go outside, put your feet in the grass. Like I said, I use my grounding mat all the time and my meditation wands. Whatever you can to just ground in. But expect the unexpected, but be excited, because it can bring so many exciting changes. We have eclipse season that we're right in the middle of too, and that can bring out of the blue exciting changes, pivotal moments in your life, endings and beginnings, unexpected events. So we just kind of have to, like I said, flow. And my other advice besides grounding yourself would be to really know who you are. And that's why I love numerology, because it really gave me a good sense of self. If you know who you are and you know what works for you, you know what you need, you know where you want to go. If you know your numerology, your personal month and year, and you know what you're supposed to be focusing on right now, that helps too. That can give you some direction, whereas the 5, again, is kind of all over the map. You'll have some focus. I know who I am. I know where I'm going. I know who I am. I know where I'm going. And the 5 may try to throw you off course, but if you're using your intention and your focus, you can stay there. You can actually rapidly take a quantum leap, because that 11 master energy is so high frequency, and that 5 is very speedy. If you've got a focus and you know where you're going in life and you know who you are and what you want, you can really, really hop your noodle poodle. And when I say hop your noodle, I mean jump timelines, which we're already doing because we live in a quantum reality. But you can make things happen so fast, and it can be so many unexpected delights, surprises, and delights. So enjoy the ride. Shane's saying 5 can be fun. 5 also, just like Taurus, we're in Taurus season 2, is about sensual pleasure. So really enjoying life, enjoying food, pampering yourself, getting a massage, traveling, taking that time off to enjoy the scenery, living in the now. So you may feel that you're eating a lot this month, but just enjoy the food. That's my best advice for the 5, because 5 has a voracious appetite and loves food. Trust me, I know. What else can I tell you about 5? So I was saying that it's an entrepreneurial energy of promoting and marketing and expansion. I think we covered a lot of it, actually. Travel, restlessness. I have not been able to sleep in this 5 energy because it has that hyper caffeinated feeling. If you notice that I'm kind of a spaz, which most of you know I am, it's because of the 5. So welcome to my world. It's my birthday next week. This is me. This is my season, Taurus season 5, 11, all of these numbers. So this is welcome to how I feel all the time. It's just very electric, very invigorating, and it's hard to settle down, but it can be fun. Last month we were left with the card of "You're on the right track." So I hope that you felt that, because we did have that one new beginning, that new path, and focusing on what works for you, and that 4, laying that foundation, that path again. So I hope that you do feel like you're going in the right direction. And we also had a challenge to embrace. I just want to bring this up, of romance. I think a lot of people did feel the struggle last month of relationship issues, because the 1 energy is like, I'm going to focus on me. And so it's not very good about connecting. It's not warm fuzzy. The 4 is good for committing, but also not the warmest and fuzziest. So relationships should start to feel more exciting and more eye to eye now with this 2 energy of partnering up and peacemaking, and that 5, excitement. So it's such a good time to get out with a friend, or travel with a loved one, or, like I said, partner up in an entrepreneurial venture. Okay, one last thing that's coming through before I flip the cards is the 11. I mentioned it's the master number, and I mentioned that it reduces to 2, but it has double 1. It's made of 2 ones. So there's extra opportunity for new beginnings and extra opportunity for ego. So keep an eye out on that. For that, it can bring in more independence, more leadership. And again, the 5 wants to be free. So there may be a situation where you do feel like ending a relationship is right. Maybe you felt that with the eclipse. And the other thing that's coming up, there's another one, of course, typical 5 out of the blue, is when you have 11 energy and it's buzzing. I always bring my lemon water into the mix here when I talk about 11 energy. It's very, very fast moving energy, high vibrating. So we're shaking. It shakes you up. 5 is a breakthrough energy that breaks things up, because it's breaking out of the box, breaking out of the mold. But the 11 energy is going to buzz you. So anything that's here that's heavy, when you have something here at the bottom, like when you have murky waters and they're buzzing and they're shaking and they're vibrating and they're quaking, things are going to come to the surface. And that's something that eclipse season does too. It shines the light in the darkness. So we've got a solar eclipse April 30th, tomorrow, and we've got a lunar eclipse on May 15th. So it is eclipse season. It's good to know what houses in your astrology the eclipses are hitting. We've got an eclipse in Taurus, and we've got an eclipse in Scorpio. So if you know how to read a chart, if not, talk to me. Then you can look at where that degree of Taurus is, what house that's in for you. Same thing with Scorpio. But we've got the buzzing energy bringing things to the surface. Now, bringing up the heavy, dense things that have been laying at the bottom. It's very Scorpio too, to have all that stuff that's down in the shadows and the darkness that needs to be eliminated, needs to be released. These things may come up, and they may have been coming up for you all April, because eclipse season starts a whole month before the actual eclipse, and it lasts for like a whole 6 months after. So it may not be an immediate thing that you're going to notice, but those heavy, dense things are the fears that are coming up, the shadows that are coming up, and they're coming up so you can release them and break free and feel lighter. And that's that 5 energy asking you to break free from your fears, to be bold and fearless and get out there. It's very extroverted energy. So if things are coming up for you, if you know the emotional closet cleaning technique, if we've done that together in a session, that's another good tool to help you release things. Whatever works for you to help you to let go of things, just recognize that your fears may be coming up, but this is an opportunity to let them go and to be fearless and to move forward and expand in a bold direction. Okay? I know my son's going to be here any minute. My poor child. Yes, he's supposed to be here in 1 minute, and we haven't even flipped the cards yet. Okay, I think I covered that. It is Mother's Day coming up. I'm going to link my new jewelry below. I also set up just for Mother's Day a 45-minute intuitive session option. I only usually have 30 minute, 60 minute, 90 minute, and a 20 minute. So I was going to do more Mother's Day packages. I don't know if I'll have time with all this whirlwind energy to set up more ideas. I was going to combine Reiki and sessions and different things. And my decks, don't forget, my decks make really great Mother's Day gifts too. But I will link the 45-minute session below. That's just a special offer for Mother's Day. It's a perfect amount of time to cover your numbers and then ask a few questions and get some guidance from your guides. So we can work that out. I love talking to you guys one-on-one. It's my favorite thing. All right, so what we have, want, need, and get from my Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. Here we go. Very exciting. All right, what do we have, guys? Ooh, bigger pictures. That one's interesting. Bigger pictures. You may not understand the reasons for what is happening right now, but there is comfort in knowing that a bigger picture remains to be seen. Excuse me, even though things in your life may seem random, there is a divine purpose and order to each of them. When you look back at pivotal moments in your life, you can see that they were necessary to bring you from one point to another. Trust the process of life and know that one day you will have a clearer understanding and an enlightened viewpoint. This is what we have, bigger pictures. And you know what's interesting? I didn't even mention that we're in the Mercury retrograde shadow period, and Mercury is going retrograde mid-May. I want to say it's the 15th, or it's the 10th, right? Lisa, it's on your birthday. So Mercury retrograde will bring back people and situations from the past for you to look back on and reflect on so that you can respond differently. As far as like lessons from the past or challenges from the past. Sometimes it just brings people back from the past that you're excited to reconnect with. Lisa's saying yes, May 10th. Thank you. So we've got Mercury retrograde coming up too, and we're in the shadow period. I usually feel things in the shadow period even stronger than the actual retrograde. So if things are coming back that you're like, oh my God, I'm dealing with this again. It's an opportunity for you to see how much you've grown and that you're older and wiser. And that's what's coming up for me with the bigger picture, is being able to see how far you've come and that you're going to respond differently, because when you know better, you do better. You know more, you understand things more. Maybe you can empathize with a situation more, or maybe you just know yourself better and you know how you want to respond and what works for you, and you're not going to let yourself go down that path again. It doesn't have to be a negative challenge either, but a lot of times Mercury retrograde does bring back that pattern. It's that spiral staircase, and you're coming up to that same point on the spiral staircase, but you're higher up. So you're seeing that broader perspective. You're seeing that bigger picture. So this is what we have, bigger pictures. The other thing that's coming up is the eclipses, again, being that they can shift things over a 6-month span. It's saying that you will eventually understand why things are happening this way. So if something is happening out of the blue, whether it's the 5 energy or the eclipse energy, if something's happening for you, oh, I'm missing a box of display, out of the blue, and you're like, oh my God, why is this happening? This card is reminding you to trust in the bigger pictures and that everything in your life has purpose and meaning to get you where you need to go one way or another. Sometimes it'll be the same thing over and over just so you can say, I'm sick of going in this direction. I've got to do something new. I can't do this anymore. Sometimes it's that kind of thing. Okay, so bigger pictures is what we have, what we want. Oh, there it is again. Love yourself. This was the theme of April, love yourself. So we had an opportunity to do things for ourselves, to focus on ourselves in April, but because it was such a busy energy with 4 to-do list energy, you may not have been able to fully give to yourself the way you wanted to. And this 5 month is saying, enjoy your life and pamper yourself. Take time off. Indulge. Feel sensual pleasures. Get a massage. Get a facial. Enjoy good food. Be outside in the spring and smell the beautiful flowers. Hi, Landon. It's all very Taurus-y. Okay, so love yourself is what we want. Also, you may have felt like judging of yourself last month, or critical of yourself, because that 4 is judgmental and the 1 can be very critical of itself and insecure. So maybe you were feeling that too. We want to love ourselves. We want to take care of ourselves. When we love ourselves, life reflects that love back to us. Know that you are worthy and wonderful. Get to know yourself on a deeper level so that you can accept and appreciate all that you are. Put yourself first and know that you deserve all that life has to offer. Do not compare yourself to others. You are perfectly you and becoming more each day. Give yourself credit for all you have experienced and accomplished so far, and remember that self-love is the key to happiness and success. So we want to make sure we're still taking care of ourselves. Remember that the 6th year that we're in is about taking care of others, and we need to stay balanced. We need to focus and make sure. Maybe last month you realized what you really need. That one energy is like, what do I need? How can I take care of myself? And maybe you know now, and maybe you're going to implement that going forward. Something that I've come to the conclusion over the years, and even more recently came up in talking to a client, was it's really important that we are parents to ourselves, because 6 is that parental energy, that nurturing, caretaking energy. And we need to be able to take care of ourselves. And there's always something in childhood that we didn't get as a child, that childhood wound, that inner child wound. So it's really important to get to know yourself on that deeper level, have that bigger picture of where is my wound as a child, and how can I parent myself and heal. 6 years also healing besides parenting energy. How can I be the parent to myself and give myself what I didn't get as a child now, so I can feel whole and I can feel healed? It's a little heavy, I know, but this is the stuff that's coming up with this 11 energy, where those things are coming up to the surface. And this is something that I can always help you with too. But it's really important to take a moment to look at that and think about that, because a lot of our relationship issues are just triggers from our own childhood wound. And because we're in this peacemaking energy of 2 and wanting to connect with others, it's important for us to know who we are, what works for us, and why we respond the way we do. Just that bigger picture, and loving ourselves, getting to know ourselves, so that we can have healthy relationships and expansive relationships. 5. Okay, so what we need is our next card. Ooh, claim your power. Ooh, 11 energy has so much power to manifest. It's so tapped in. It's so tapped into that high antenna that's receiving guidance so clearly. It's so intuitive. Great time to work with the cards if you have them. Claim your power. That's what you need, what we need. You have freedom. That's 5. You have freedom and choice in this situation. Do not allow others to dictate what you need to do or who you need to be. Remember that you are your own individual and no one can live your life for you. Stand tall and claim your power. You can move mountains by doing so. I love that it said you have freedom and choice in this situation, because remember, 5 is saying break free and go your own way. It's nonconformist energy. So do not allow others to tell you what you need to do or who you need to be, because you love yourself, you know who you are, and you have the bigger picture of knowing what works for you. So that's the power. And maybe this is what you learned last month with that focus on the self. 4 and 1 was learning about the self also. Okay, because 4 is learning. I know I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you guys at once. It's the way my brain's going. I'm telling you, 5 energy shoots out in all directions at once, and that's my brain. So many thoughts simultaneously. Whew. That's why I have this natural brain calmer that actually centers my brain that I have to use sometimes when I'm trying to sleep. Because it's a marble run in there. Every thought is a marble. So we need to claim our power and remember that we are free. We are individuals. We can make our own choices and we know what's best for ourselves. Okay, Landon's saying things that I can't read because it's scrolling up too fast, but he said it feels accurate. Huge lesson in self-confidence. Okay, yay, go Landon. Pom-pom for you. All right, so what we get is our next card. Oh my goodness, I feel like these are cards for last month. I'm like, did I not shuffle right or something? What we get, stay balanced. Well, this is what we get. Okay, so last month it was what we needed. This month is what we get, and it makes sense because we're finally punching out of work and we're saying, I've had enough work. I'm just gonna take some time off so I can find my balance. Feelings of exhaustion, moodiness, and frustration can be indicators that your balance of giving and receiving is off. Take a moment to assess if you have been giving too much of yourself lately. If your energy feels depleted, consider it a message from your body that it's time for some self-care. Find what feeds your spirit or simply take some time to rest and relax. Doing so can help to fill up your cup so that you once again have something to offer others. Remember, 6-year gets drained. It gets overextended because it serves others this all year long. So staying balanced is a lesson for us all year long. And the 5 is kind of the anti-6, which is good because 6 is like, I have responsibilities, and 5 is like, nope, I want to be free of responsibilities. I want to take time off, and I just want to enjoy life. So I feel that this is saying that we're going to find our balance this month because we're finally going to take that time to enjoy life after being of service all of this time and having to go back to being of service after May, especially with June being 6 energy on top of the 6-year energy. We'll have double 6 in June. So stay balanced is what we get. And we do that by, again, recognizing what works for us, what our needs are, creating healthy boundaries, and making sure that we're not doing all work, no play anymore, like we might have done in April, and we're just enjoying life. Taurus wants to stop and smell the roses. I must have 500 roses in my backyard right now. It's so beautiful. So Sandra, and Sandra's been in my backyard with the lemon trees, and I'm like, smell it, smell the lemon blossom, smell it. Taurus wants to just enjoy the sensual pleasures of life and nature, the simple pleasures of life, and the beauty of its surroundings, the natural surroundings. Okay. We have a blessing to remember, and we have a challenge to embrace. So let me move these cards because my son is probably waiting in the garage, waiting until he stops hearing me talk. Our blessing to remember. Ooh, invite. I love that. I love that. Love that. Lisa's saying staying balanced is important during retrograde too. I agree with you on that one, Lisa. So invite is our blessing to remember. And I think that goes back to what I was saying, that if you have a focus and you have an intention for what you want in your life, you can use that 11 energy, which is very fast manifesting energy, and the 5 energy, which is quick changes in direction and excitement. Hang on, honey, I'm almost done, lovey. Okay. To use those things, that focus, to invite, to call it in what you want in your life. And this flower, this is a, I want to say daylily. It's a lily. In the middle of it, the reason why I picked the word invite is because it looked like it was saying, come on in. So using the 11 energy as the visionary energy, 11 is the visionary, dreaming energy. We still have Jupiter in Pisces for just a little bit longer before it goes into Aries, I think mid-May, temporarily. So using that visionary energy, invite in what you want in your life. Invite in who you want in your life. Because remember, 2 can be partnerships and friendships, connections and networks. And 5 is expanding. So expanding your partnerships, your friendships, your relationships, whatever you want to expand. You want to invite people in. You want to invite the feeling in. I want to feel this, this, and this. Because remember, we don't want to attach too much to specifics of things. We want to focus on how we want to feel. And then the universe will surprise and delight us. So invite it in, call it in, tap into the feeling of it with that daydream energy. Get to the feeling place of it and call it in. Physically, picture yourself physically just magnetizing it to you. Just the feeling of it. Or if you want to use something specific, you can. I just don't want you to attach to specifics, because then the universe can't surprise and delight you with something even better. So blessing to remember is invite it in with your focus, with your visions. Invite what you want in so you can expand. 11 vision, 11 vision and daydream, 5 expand. And our challenge to embrace. Ooh, uniqueness. There's that 5 energy of nonconformist. The double 1 and the 11 is saying, I know who I am. I absolutely can be true to myself and charter my own path, be a leader in my life. Each of us has something unique to offer this world, and we have a unique reason for being here. So focus on that. We've got a lot of reflection energy with the retrograde. It's funny because the retrograde energy slows things down and Taurus energy slows things down, but the 5 and the 11, the numerology, are speedy as heck. I mean, they are just the fastest pace. This month's going to fly by, guys. May. It's going to fly by. So we've got slow, it's like a push-pull Take time, again, to smell the roses and to reflect, but also just know that things are going to call your attention. It's like being in the snow globe. Remember, 5 energy is like being in the snow globe, where you're like, oh my God, there's just things swirling around me and it's hard to focus. There's so much to look at and stimulate me. So again, ground it in, calm it down, try, it's hard, and then invite it in. We'll try it, guys. I hope you can feel the buzz. It is a really nice feeling because 4 is that heavy, grounded feeling. So it feels like now we've got the foundation, we've gotten things taken care of and things in order, and we can kind of just fly. We built a foundation, like we built that jumping off point, and now we can just fly. 5 and 11 want to fly. So I'd be curious to know if you guys feel that. While I'm looking really quick, Mother's Day, Oregon pyramids, totally shift the energy in your home. This is lepidolite for calming. And I have one left in the apatite, which is also good for really, really tuning into your psychic abilities, which goes with the 11 energy. So I'm going to link my jewelry for you guys so you can check that out. I have more pieces coming tomorrow, and I'll link the 45-minute Mother's Day session special and anything else I can think of. TheBlissfulKnowing.com is my website if you would like to connect for a one-on-one session or get a numerology reading that's a written reading. I've got the house vibration charts if you do need to ground your house. If you feel out of sorts and need to calm things down, you can do that too. I'm calming down. Yay. Please say hi if you're watching the replay. I hope that the views will be seen this time. Last month it was not showing any views. It was like hiding the live stream. So hopefully you guys are going to see this one, but I do have a YouTube channel, so I'll be posting it there as well. And please add, if you are on my mailing list and you're not seeing my mailings once a month, please add Jory at theblissfulknowing.com to your contacts or check your spam folder, because I do try to send out these live streams in the emails as well once a month. Anyway, guys, please say hi. I'd love to see you. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling alive. 5 is alive. I hope you're feeling invigorated. And just trust the flow. Trust the flow, even though it's unpredictable. And keep your vision in mind. Thanks, guys. Bye.